Welcome, Father Hilario, to Studio 33 AD in Boise, Idaho. Thank you for joining us this weekend.
So we are very, very, very happy to be here during this weekend. And big hug to all the parishioners that are seeing us through the internet and YouTube. My name is Father Hilario Rivera. I was born in the island of Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. And I was ordained 43 years ago. I went to the 44 years. Of those 44 years, I've been working in mission work for how many years? 37 years. You won't believe me, but I entered in the seminary when I was only 13.
13?
Yeah, that was possible at that time in Central America, in South America, in Spain. Many priests in Spain entered in the seminary when they were only 11 or 12. But that's not the custom anymore in the church. I remember I received the Holy Communion. When I was 11. At the age of 12, a Jesuit priest came to our Catholic school and for a retreat. I was only 12 and the retreat was only for teenagers. But I don't know. I asked permission, I was there. Today, it's very important for me, the gospel today and the first reading in this second week of ordinary time, because the first reading, my dear parishioners, today is the call to Samuel. God is calling Samuel for 3 times. And at the end, he said, yes, talk to me, Lord, with obedience and sincerity and commitment. He said, talk to me, your servant. I am your servant, and I hear you. And that's what happened to me in that retreat at the age of 12. So I entered in the seminary at the age of 13, but I put a condition to God. Said, okay, God, I want to be a priest. Yeah, I'm going to respond to be a priest, but I have one condition, and the condition that I have is that I want to be a priest, but also a professor of philosophy. Well, I entered in the seminary, and with me, 85 more teenagers entered in the seminary in the year 1963, but only 2 were ordained. Oh. Me and Father Luis. They are good Christian, many of them deacons of the church, but only 2 of them. But at the end, I also wanted to be a professor of philosophy because I enjoy formal logic, I enjoy metaphysics, history of philosophy. So I wanted to be a priest. But when I was a deacon, God knows everything. And he let you free, but indicate the way. And I went to Mexico, to the state of Chiapas. What's my first, after my ordination, my first assignment to go to Chiapas in Mexico. That was my first visit to Mexico. And that diocese is made up of over 80% of indigenous population. And I went for only 1 year of pastoral experience, but I remained 13. So God won.
God had different plans.
God won a different plan for me. So from that point, I work in Cochabamba for 6 months only, because Cochabamba in Bolivia is very high and I had problems to breathe. And I was moved to Panama. From Panama, I was moved to Chiapas, Mexico, and then from Chiapas, I went to El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Guatemala, and I worked with the Guatemalan refugees in the state of Campeche in Mexico. No, 2008, I asked for when we had asked permission to your bishop or to your superiors, is a sabbatic.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a sabbatic because I wanted to rest and get to enjoy my nephews. So I went to Puerto Rico for 2 years of sabbatic, but God had another plans for me. And the bishop of at that time, the bishop of Orlando, Bishop Thomas Whiskey, he was looking for a priest, and he talked to another priest, and he said, I need a priest to send him to Dominican Republic, but I need a priest who like to walk in hard condition, because the Diocese of Orlando have a sister diocese in Dominican Republic. The name is San Juan de la Maguana. So that was the diocese, and I came to the state, but not to work in the state, but to work in the sister diocese of the Dominican Republic. And I spent there 4 years working in housing construction, education, in the building houses and school, didactical materials, etc., medical missions, and agriculture workshop for the farmers, etc. But I had an accident in Dominican Republic, and in Nicaragua I had two accidents when I was working in Nicaragua, but the worst was the accident in Dominican Republic. But Deacon, I am not talking about car accidents. I am talking about horses and mules accidents. So after that, I came to Orlando. After that accident, I came to Orlando, and I had a surgery in my back, spinal surgery. And the doctor told me, Father, sorry, but say goodbye. Say goodbye to the mission. Say goodbye to walk 3 or 4 hours. You know, the word, I always say that the word retirement do not exist in the missionary dictionary. So I ask God to help me through the Holy Spirit, help me to continue doing mission work, and God hear me. And that's why I'm visiting your parish, Deacon, during this weekend. Cross Catholic came to me, and they invited me to join Cross Catholic Outreach. And now Cross Catholic is celebrating the 20th anniversary. Okay. What is Cross Catholic Outreach? It's a Catholic organization that was founded to create a meaningful link between the parishioners in the United States and nuns, priests, bishops, dioceses working overseas in Africa, 5 countries in Africa, in Asia, Central America, South America, the Caribbean, and in Mexico. Also in Mexico, we have many projects in Mexico. We don't have a seminary to send priests and nuns to all those countries. No, we don't send priests because we don't have priests. We don't have nuns.
So are all the priests that do the mission work
It's here in the States.
In the States?
In the States, but we give support to more than 250 projects in 28 countries.
Beautiful.
So what we do, we visit the parishioners, we visit the parishes that invite us. We are here because Father Marouche invited us. That's the reason, because we are here, because the only platform that we have is the parishioners of the United States. And for example, today there are other 7 priests visiting other states, other parishes and other parishioners to talk about because it's the only platform that we have. and we give support, economic support, to more than 250 projects around in all those 28 parishes. For example, let me tell you about this lady in she lives in Jamaica, and one of the Antilles in the Caribbean, one of the biggest Antilles in the Caribbean. Cecily Powell, she is 62, lives with her eldest daughter and grandchildren. One of her grandchildren is disabled, and poverty has made it difficult for the family to provide special care. The roof of their home leaks, and where they do receive a small stipend from the government welfare program, it is barely sufficient to put food on the table. Cecily was overjoyed to join the micro business program, this project that we have in Central America and also in Nicaragua, in Guatemala, but she is from Jamaica. Cecile was overjoyed to join the micro business program, and now he sells her chickens to both individuals and restaurants in Jamaica. She is using a portion of her profits to help her youngest daughter attend college, an investment that could further strengthen the family's future situation. Cecily told us she feels more hopeful now that she has a reliable source of income. That's a micro enterprise.
And this is one of the projects that you Cross Catholic supports.
Yep. Education. Cross Catholic spent 2,047,000 in education, supporting the schools, scholarship, and vocational programs. This is very important when you change the education of the people, the life, because only our help in only one project in Haiti. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. And only in 1 year, Cross Catholic helped them, the people of this project, with 80 houses built, 3 wells drilled, 475 people trained in good water and sanitation practices, 2,613 people provided with monthly food and soap supplies. This is very important. 1,255 students enrolled at the mission school, 231 secondary school and university scholarship given only in Haiti. 43 farmers and their families trained in agriculture, and 2,240 people served at mission clinic. And maybe you ask yourself, you ask me, and what about now during the pandemic? Well, we think in Cross Catholic that there is another pandemic. And it's the pandemic of the poverty. And the nuns, priests, bishop, lay people working in those projects do not stop, because we think that the hope do not stop, faith do not stop, and love is not in quarantine. The only way, or the only aid we get to continue this project of hope is from whatever comes from the bottom of your heart, from your heart dictate. And for example, we tell the people that with $25 we feed 167 poor children.
With $1.
With $25. It's just 15 cents per child. $30 we can help provide life-saving medical care for infants in impoverished communities. With $100 we can help sponsor a self-help project allowing families to break the cycle of poverty. With $500 we can sponsor a water project delivering safe drinking water to a poor village. So if you come to the office, we can get one of these brochures. If you want to join us in this project of hope, my brothers and sisters, you can put your address here, put your prayer requests, and many people are going to be praying for you. Let me tell you something. I was telling you, my last assignment was in King City, St. John the Baptist in King City. That's in the Diocese of Monterey, not far from San Jose, California. And I remember that was my third visit to that parish. Everybody knows me. I don't know. I know everybody. And I remember the first time that I went there, after the 5 o'clock mass, that was a Spanish mass, when I was explaining them that brochure, this boy, his name was Antonio. But I remember that Antonio said, "Father, I want one of those brochure because I want to help the children in Africa, in Kenya with Father David, with my French fries, Wendy's French fries." Listen, Antonio, tell me, explain me, how are you going to help the children in Kenya with the French fries? And his father told me that after the mass, the Spanish mass, they go to Salinas. And he told me, Antonio, that he's going to sacrifice. He was planning to sacrifice one Saturday of the French fries. And his father told me that every month, Antonio gave him $1.23
He knew the price.
to include
Yeah.
in his, with 26 cents, we can send Cross Catholic a bag contains protein, black beans, and rice, and give food for one family of 4. 26 cents. You imagine if we have 25,000 more Antonios in the church.
That go out, or can lay people become involved with Cross Catholic Outreach and actually go to the places?
Well. I think the last visit, group visit from the parishioners in the state, they went to Guatemala, and they've been in Honduras, and I don't think in Africa because it's very far and very expensive, but there are many donors that are that invited.
That have been boots on the ground working,
And
right.
they go to our project, and they live and they stay in living with the.
So if they want to get involved, they would just contact
Just
the
contact
headquarters.
Cross
Okay.
Catholic. Yeah. I want to tell you, my dear parishioners of St. John the Evangelist Cathedral, that by our baptism we have the new hands of Jesus Christ, and we have the heart of Jesus Christ. And in the way that you involve helping those projects, the way that you touch them, they will feel through your heart the heart of Jesus Christ, and they will feel the hand of Jesus Christ. And I want to invite you to be a missionary, but not to go to other places like I did. No, you can be a missionary from here, from Boise, from the cathedral, from the Diocese of Boise, from Idaho. You can be a missionary. Join us in this project of hope. Let me tell you that I'm going to pray for this community of faith. That may be a community that praise the Lord in spirit and truth. In spirit, what I always say, facing up to God, which is easy. And in truth, in the practices, in our works, in our testimonies, facing to our side, to those less fortunate of the world. Receive a blessing, and thank you very much.
Thank you.